Cebu, one of Philippines' most prized possessions, competing with the likes of El Nido, Coron, and Boracay.
In this video, we will show you the waterfalls that you need to visit, how to get there, and what the costs are like.
From epic scale to slim and slender ones,
Woo!
Cebu is the destination for chasing waterfalls. The first waterfall will blow your mind with this gorgeous hike through the canyons of Ginatilan.
You will find yourself deep in the tropical jungle of Cebu with the bluest water. So welcome to our first waterfall. We are here at Dao Falls. Well, this is not quite it.
It's like the trek to it.
It's on the way.
Yeah, about 25 to 30 minutes to get to the falls.
So we actually paid 200 pesos per person.
Yeah, per person.
So a little bit more than what we normally pay for entrance fee. And parking is separate as well, which is 20 pesos per motor.
Because it is quite it's not treacherous, but it can be dangerous here if you slip. You need, that covers, the helmet fees, the
shoes,
the water shoes, and obviously the guide as well. And a good portion goes to the guide.
As you trek through the canyons, you make it to this gorgeous spot with hazy blue water that looks like a natural swimming pool. Perfect for a dip or a little Instagram photo shoot.
We're actually almost there. This is about probably the halfway point. There's still a little bit to go, but the views get more insane the closer we get to the falls. So this is one of the waterfalls after you walk through the canyon here at Dao Falls. And it's amazing because you can see the waterfalls, right? And then there's a little pool here which you can actually jump into. Last time we were here, we were kind of just swimming in the pool, but my brother's, he might be first up, and I'm gonna give it a go too.
How was that, Jack? It was good. I made sure I jumped over you.
I was so surprised that Justin jumped over me. I was like, what the heck? But yeah, not that scary. It feels scary because it's so narrow, but yeah, it's super fun. Let's keep going. Always so beautiful, this spot.
Yeah, I still remember it being so beautiful like this. Even though it's only been like 3 months, right? It's giving me like a European vibe.
Yeah, hey.
Because of the white walls.
Yeah, the white stone.
Yeah.
It's enclosed. It does not feel like the Philippines here.
It does. It truly doesn't like. Yeah, it's like Europe or something. Like it's so beautiful, and the water, like always, is it emerald? Emerald blue.
Emerald green.
Emerald green.
No, it's more turquoise.
Turquoise blue.
Yeah. No, that's right. That makes sense. It's insane how there's no one else here. We saw a couple just leave, and it seems to be just us. Alex said it gave us that Europe vibe, maybe Greece or something, but this isn't the Philippines, guys. And we've just got such a diverse, like, nature and landscape here in the Philippines. So, yeah, and especially Cebu.
The next waterfalls that you need to visit is Inambakan Falls, which means jumping waterfalls. As you can see, it's not quite your graceful cascading waterfalls, and instead jumps from one place onto another.
You can actually check out the higher tier waterfalls, which is exactly what we did, and even though we've been here before,
It's amazing to be back here in the Epic Waterfalls of Cebu. And Inambakan Falls, highly recommend to visit this one.
What do you think, Josh? It's good. The water looks like there's a filter in that area. Doesn't make sense. I feel like there's someone with like food coloring at the very top.
after a dip at the main waterfall, our guide told us that there's actually a spot to jump, so with a little bit of hesitation, we decided to go for it.
The next level up felt quite mystical, especially walking through what feels like a cavern enclosed in luscious greens. After a short walk through, the waterfall reveals itself, but be careful and keep your distance as it can push you away.
Shortly after that, we trekked through the jungle and made our way further up to the next level, where the waterfall is a lot smaller, but there was a bigger pool to enjoy a refreshing dip.
My brothers are about to jump off under the waterfalls. Let me show you.
Simon, he just belly flopped. Bro,
You belly flop.
When I jump high, I was gonna like naturally go down.
Yeah.
But I just stayed like this.
You got some airtime. How's that
That
time?
was fun.
Yeah? Nowhere near as scary as the first one.
Definitely not.
We spent some time hanging out and jumping around the shallow waters, enjoying ourselves, before walking downstream to the final falls where
We have to jump into the little pool in front of us to get to our next spot. Well, there's another way, but this one's more fun.
Let's go! Go!
3, 2, 1.
Oh, he looked down. He looked down. It's Alex's turn. I'll count you down. Alright. Okay, ready? Check it out. 3, 2, 1, go!
I love that you can experience a lot of different falls here in Inambakan. It feels like you don't need to go to another falls, but
We are now on our way to another waterfalls, which is kind of a local hidden gem. And even getting here was a little bit confusing because we followed the maps and it took us all the way up the mountain, which we weren't supposed to make that turn. Now this is the trail that we're at.
so it's pretty much a small trail.
Yep.
And we're actually gonna link the actual location in the description below just
Yeah.
so you guys don't get lost.
So I should mention that the locals told me it's about 20 minutes to hike to the waterfalls. And so far we're 5 minutes in. It's been pretty chill. You walk past more homes and stuff. And the trail is a little subtle. There's like multiple trails, so you might have to ask around so you don't get lost.
We got confused of which direction to go even though we could actually see the waterfalls from a distance. Eventually, a local helped us out and showed us the path since we took a slightly wrong turn.
what you have to look out for is this black tube that is a literal pipeline to the waterfall.
So after 20 to 25 minutes, because we were a tad bit lost, after asking around, we have made it to Montpelier Falls. It seems like an untouched gem, and we're literally trekking on the side of the mountain. Hey,
Yep, and it was so bushy, like
yeah,
we were walking through the bush and the trail's so narrow.
and can be very steep at
Yeah.
some point. So please be very cautious when you come to Montpelier Falls because, yeah, the trail is so narrow. Hey,
This view behind me is actually so beautiful. It's an ocean view.
I know it really is a beautiful trek. So let's go in the falls and let's cool down. So Montpelier Waterfalls is actually quite reminiscent of Mantayupan Falls, except that one's just huge. This one's a little more miniature, but the falls are still very high up, and the basin is a lot smaller. Even though there's not as much space here in Montpelier Falls compared to Mantayupan, there's still some spots over here, or you can set up on the rocks behind me. This is definitely a cool little hidden gem if you want raw adventure here in Cebu, but there's no guides, there's no tour guides, you have to walk through people's homes, then this might be the adventure for you. So definitely come here and check out Montpelier Falls.
So this is the entrance all the way going to the falls, and it's so picturesque, right? Actually, this one seems like it's well built.
Yeah.
So I don't mind paying all those entrance fee and extra stuff because they actually created a pathway for us and we don't need to hike in the bushes
Is that it?
so much. Yeah, I think that's it. We can see it from here.
Wow, this is mad. It's just a hanging bridge.
You can see the falls from here, this view. We're gonna insert it. It's so beautiful.
And just a quick walk across the bridge. Welcome to Mantayupan Waterfalls.
Mantayupan Falls is on a whole nother level. It's like a supersized version of Montpelier Falls, as it has a slim yet extremely tall waterfall, but with a much bigger basin.
But this, it's simple in its beauty, but when you see it in person, like how high it is, but also how massive the basin is for the water.
And even the area has plenty of space to set your things down, which is perfect for a day out with the family or your barcadas.
Plenty of people can enjoy it, for sure.
This falls is actually good for you to take your family because you don't really need to walk like we said, and you pretty much just enjoy the water and not having to hike or anything. So elderly kids can literally come here. Obviously it's a bit rocky here and also in the water, so maybe bring your water shoes if you do have it. I really like it here because it's like nice and refreshing and easy to get to.
Yeah.
But the rocks are a bit slippery.
Oh.
I mean, you just gotta be careful. Like I said before, wear your water shoes if you do have it, and just enjoy this. It's beautiful. Are we gonna check out the small falls?
Oh, we'll definitely go to the next one. Hey, the smaller one.
There's a smaller one down below.
Not bad. Not that great either compared to if you're comparing it to Mantayupan Falls, because that one's a lot taller, and this one here, the lower level falls, is only about 14 meters. But yeah, this is the lower level of Mantayupan, and if you want something a little more chill, then this spot might be for you.
Next up is the world famous Kawasan Falls, known for its Gatorade blue water. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to visit this iconic waterfall because the area is actually closed and is undergoing rehabilitation due to the damages from the typhoon.
The area does look completely different now compared to when we visited 4 years ago, but I hope the nature and the general area recovers after the rehab. When you get the chance though, make sure to put Kawasan Falls on your list.
Further down from Dao Falls is a unique waterfall worth visiting. It's quite affordable at only 50 pesos entrance fee per person and a quick and easy 15-minute hike to the destination.
No helmets necessary, and you may trek on a small stream, but that's about it. Once you make it to Binalayan Waterfall, you are greeted with a unique set of falls. 3 thin streams of water flowing down in a little basin surrounded by a wall of stone.
You can actually jump off the boulder and even climb up to the rock right beside the waterfall and jump off from a higher vantage point.
Okay, so we just parked and we pretty much drove around 5 minutes inside the little towns. It was a little bit sketchy because it's so narrow, but now we actually have a tour guide. So they're actually waiting on the side of the road with the signage Kabutongan Falls. So that's pretty good.
Turns out Kabutongan is 4 levels and takes about 1 to 2 hours, or like 1 hour to hike up. So this is like our 5th waterfall for this entire trip. We're exhausted, we just want to enjoy. Actually, there's barely a waterfall, this one. Maybe we'll just... Let's just put photos of the actual Kabutongan Falls. Shout out to Jackson Grove's Journey Era. That's where we find all these waterfalls in Cebu online. So there is an entrance fee here. It's not like Montpelier Falls where you can just walk in. This one is 150 pesos per person.
We think that the 150 is honestly a bit pricey if we're just gonna stay here and swim on this area and jump a couple of times on like the level 1 here. But I mean, I think it might be a bit more expensive if you do the canyoneering here at these falls.
There'll be more costs because it includes a life vest,
the guide,
the helmet and the guide.
Yeah, 150 for just this one. We don't really recommend it if you're just gonna swim here.
Yeah.
But the canyoneering might be fun. So yeah, there's something you can do here. So this concludes our video here in Cebu. We hope we inspired you on your next trip or even convinced you to come here.
That's right, specifically the waterfalls as well. You can go epic, such as Inambakan and Dao, or go chill, like where we just went in Kabutongan Falls or Montpelier. But yeah, Cebu has so much more, but we hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, click that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and the post notifications, because we got more adventures here in the Philippines. We got another one in Cebu, showcasing more than just the falls. And then after that, we're heading to Siargao. So we'll see you in the next one.
Bye!
Bye.